Hello everyone, this is Margaret. We are here in Harvard Club. Hosting in this room is the high-level meeting about multi-stakeholder responses to the current global crisis. And now is the coffee break. And coming up will be different speakers talking about this issue in how to deal with current global challenges. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Maria, and thank you for taking a few minutes for a brief interview today. Very nice to meet you. Do you want to introduce the topic we are talking about in this meeting today?
Well, we are attending on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly this high-level meeting, basically to discuss the future of multilateralism, the future of the UN, from different perspectives. Looking at the climate crisis, looking at the health crisis, looking at the inequalities and the injustice crisis, but also looking at the future of what is the UN we need, what is the UN we deserve, and how to make the UN fit for purpose to respond to the current challenges.
So that's great, and we are also curious about what did you do after you left UNGA?
Well, I've been extremely busy, and everything I have done is in a way to contribute to people's knowledge, understanding, and support for the work of the United Nations, but also, to help and to contribute in a very constructive way to identify how the UN can improve the way it delivers. And when we say UN, there are different UNs. That there are the spaces of decision making that are intergovernmental, the main organs of the UN, the General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, the International Court of Justice. But there is also the executive arm, which is the Secretariat, the programs and agencies. So there is a very vibrant process, seriously thinking about reform. I am co-chairing a coalition called the Coalition for the UN We Need. It is a wide coalition of civil society with think tanks, universities, grassroots organizations that are really thinking about the future of the UN and contributing to the discussion of the reform that was unleashed first with the UN 75 declaration, and then with the Our Common Agenda report by the Secretary General, which is basically a blueprint of areas of reform and transformation that the UN requires. And there we are as a coalition. I sit as co-chair of this coalition as a member of Global Women Leaders, which is a network of women working for a more inclusive, efficient, and women's rights-based multilateral system.
Glad to hear you keep on working on all these critical issues around United Nations. And I also know that are you having a speech during the lunch?
Yes, indeed. I am chairing a lunch meeting with the former Prime Minister of Greece, with the Deputy Executive Director of UN Women, with renowned academics, precisely looking at how to make the best out of the upcoming Summit of the Future, which is part of the reform agenda. The Summit of the Future is going to take place in 2024. And the SDG Summit is happening next year in 2023. We know that summits do not fix the world, but I think that they are windows of opportunity, for recommitting the world world leaders to the very principles of the UN Charter, to the very principles of international cooperation and solidarity, and to recommit to strengthen the multilateral responses to the global challenges that we are experiencing. So, and the chair of the Nizami Ganjavi International Center, Ismail Serageldin, is going to be also part of this panel. So we will hear from stellar panelists to design and see, what is the UN and the multilateral system that we need and we deserve to improve the world, because at the end of the day, the United Nations international cooperation is a means to improve the life of people on the ground, to fight poverty and inequalities, to address the very serious threat on health, not only the COVID-19 pandemics, but the ones that are going to come in the future, to be better prepared, to address the climate emergency and the suffering of millions of climate refugees around the world, and to solve the biggest problems of all, which is inequalities and injustice.
Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to hear it during the lunch.
Thank you very much.